Today I'm in the wood yard. I got a pile of wood behind me that needs resplits, and we got some mail. Here we go. So here's the pile of wood that we processed the other day, and it needs to be resplit because there's a lot of big stuff in here. So I'm going to be doing that today, at least starting on it. But the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of show you the injuries that were sustained to the processor the other day. So if you weren't around, what happened is I ran a piece of wood through here, and a piece got wedged right here, and then another piece hit it, and it shot the door out and busted the door. So as you can see here, the rod got bent. Right there you can see the bend in it. We bent that pin, and we bent the pin down inside where the cylinder attaches down there. So we got 2 pins we got to replace. We're gonna have to cut those out because they're welded in. I'll have to put new pins in. They got those being sent from Eastonmade, and the new cylinder is going to be sent too, so that we can replace that. So we got some repairs to do on the beast, and just one of those things. Now I just edited that video last night, and by the looks of it, I don't know, it wasn't a big piece of wood. It's just the way it hit it. It was kind of a small crotch piece, and it hit a piece that was wedged up against the door, kind of in a crack, and it had nowhere to go but out, just the way it went. And it happened so fast I really didn't have time to stop the ram as it was going forward. It just blew the door right out. And at first I just thought, oh, it just disconnected somehow. I didn't realize it broke it and bent it and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we got some repairs that we got to do, and Jeremy at Eastonmade is sending me some parts, and we're going to be doing some repairs. So first thing I'm going to do today though is the wall of fame right here. We have some stickers and some stuff to put up, so we're going to do that right now. So the first sticker I have is Bean Creek Woodworks. This came from Scott Keel. He's from Cement City, Michigan. So that's going to go right up here. There you go. That's sticker number 1 for today. And we've got another one to go. Here's another one. I think this is going to be the first boat we're putting up here. Offshore fishing for Maine charter boats. So this is coming from Maine. It's coming from Mr. Snell. That is going to go right up here. Look at that. We got a boat on the processor. The next one is Seven Oaks Outfitters. This is coming from Jeff from Seven Oaks. And we're going to put him, it won't fit there. I got to go up over here. I'm going to go way up over here to that spot. So there's Seven Oaks Outdoors. And the other thing that I have is I got a long letter from Rick Costanza. I wonder if he's any relation to Mr. Costanza that was on Seinfeld. I bet you get that a lot. Big long letter here. I'm not going to read it all, but basically he likes watching the channel, does a lot of firewood, started a business, and he's selling firewood, so that's pretty cool. So thanks so much for the letter. I read it. It's too long to read for everybody, but sounds like he's doing well with his firewood business, and he watches the channel all the time, so that's cool. It's time to go split some wood. Here we go. First thing I got to do is get the splitter out. I got it partially out here. I hooked up the dolly. I got to kind of weasel it out here because we got lots of stuff in here now. Here she comes, Miss America. Just going to go around the back side of the pile over here, and we're going to split right into the pile and let the machine move away from the pile and let the wood fall off the back side. So that is the plan. So what I'm going to do is just kind of back the splitter into the pile and then split the wood and let the splitter kind of work itself into the pile as I go. So I'll start by grabbing pieces from the back. I'll have to move some around a little bit, looks like. And yeah, I'll have to move some of these. So I'm going to do is grab the pieces, split them, let them fall that way, and just work right into the pile, kind of old school like I used to do. And if it sounds like I'm huffing and puffing a lot, it's because, like my good friend Mr. Floyd says, I'm shorter of breath and one day closer to death. I've had a bad chest cold now for, I don't know, you guys probably have heard me being all raspy for 3-4 weeks now. My wife's had it for 8 weeks. A lot of people around here have had it. I'm not having sneezing or anything like that, no congestion. I just have a lot of stuff in my chest and I can't really catch my breath. So part of getting old, I guess, and the cold's just kind of kicking my butt. I don't have the energy I've had lately, and whenever I do anything, I'm just breathing heavy. So if it sounds like I'm dying, it's because I am. We all are though, but that's just the way it is, but that's not going to stop me. I'm just going to keep going. So I'm going to split as much as I can right now. I don't know, hope my plan is to do maybe a couple hours worth, so we'll see how we do it. We're going to get things situated here and fire up the Ultra. So last time we processed, what we did is we had the wood just fall onto the ground and we just shoved everything over here with the new grapple that we got from Wolf Ridge. And what we're going to do is, obviously you can see by the size of these, there's a lot of monsters in here, but there's also a lot of small stuff like this, and like this is just fine. So that I'll just chuck out of the way. So it's going to be quite a bit of handling the wood. But what the plan is like I said, I'm going to work into the pile, let the wood just fall off this direction, and then we have the wall here, and I'll just build it up as high as we can here. We'll push it into a pile. And then our ultimate goal is that we will back up a trailer here, obviously, and we will take the big bucket, scoop it up, dump it into the trailer, fill the trailer up, and then we'll take the trailer out by the bins, and then we'll offload it by tipping the trailer and just having it go with the elevator because it stacks so nice out in the piles there. So going to try to not handle it as much as possible, but yet we're going to have to do something because we processed a lot of monster wood, a lot of this big stuff like you see over here, this ash that we cut last year and some big chunks in here. And when you process big wood, you get some big splits because there's stuff that's like this size. So pretty big. We had a lot of them that were just barely able to cut through stuff like this here. So some pretty big chunks. These are some of the smaller ones. We already did the bigger ones. So some of these are really nice. Like this is like a nice size 8-inch, 10-inch. I don't know. This one right here might be like a 12-incher. Those are like ideal size. And we got lots to go. So time for me to get busy. So there's how much I just got done. That was about a half an hour, maybe 35 minutes or so. It's not quite a full cord. And I've been resplitting probably 90% of the stuff because there's just a lot of big ones in here. So I just moved the splitter over here a little bit. And I'm going to start trying to let the stuff just kind of fall off the edge. And I've been kind of throwing it over that way just so I could gain some space here because it's going to get thick as I go that direction. So maybe toss a little bit more there, but we're just going to keep splitting away. Sun came out, so it got really nice. I just had to take one of my layers off because I was sweating, which is really nice considering that we're February here and today is going to be like 43 degrees. Really nice. Okay, back to work. Look at that pile of wood. Got quite a bit done in a little bit of time. I'm not quite halfway. There's still quite a bit of wood here. This pile's definitely bigger than that pile. Yeah, a little over a third, maybe a little more than a third, something like that. Let's say 2/5, something like that. So I don't know, it was 2.5 hours of splitting, I think, maybe a little bit less than that. Went pretty good. There was a bunch of chunks in there that I was able just to throw into the pile that I didn't have to split. I did bring a cage over here, I think you saw that, so I could throw chunks in, and I ate into it pretty good. Tomorrow we're going on a road trip. We're going to look at some logs. Keith's relatives, Bert's dad, he's got some logs cut. We're gonna go take a look at that about an hour away from here. We're gonna look and see what they got. They got a bunch of stuff they wanna sell, so we're gonna go look at it. That's what's happening tomorrow. 5:30 a.m. I will be here. You should be here. Good night, Irene.